He amputates one guy's foot. He's pulling bullets out of guys, patching them up. He's stopping the blood flow. I mean, the guy saved or treated over 200 people. From New Life Ministries, this is Going Deeper with Stephen Arterburn. I'm Stephen Arterburn. And Going Deeper is all about taking the tough issues, the hard issues of life, looking a little bit deeper inside so that we can gain some insight into our lives. Hi, Steve Arterburn here. Thanks for joining me for Going Deeper. We're going to go just a little bit deeper into history today. I want to take you back to 1944. Most of you know about D-Day, that there were about, I think, 6 beaches that we stormed there in Normandy, in France. One of those was Omaha Beach. Well, there was a guy, Waverly Wilson Jr. He was part of the 320th Barrage Balloon Battalion. They were all African Americans. And he was about to take the beach and go out there and help everybody because he was a medic. And a shell hit the landing craft and killed the guy right next to him. And then he was so covered with shrapnel, well, he thought he was going to die himself. But he didn't, because he was a medic. He was able to stop bleeding, things like that. Now, you might be wondering, why is he talking to me about this in this series on Thanksgiving? Because, see, I'm really thankful for freedom. I'm thankful to be in a country where we are free and we get to vote and stuff like that. And we wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for people like Waverly Wilson Jr. So he goes and he storms out of the boat, and so many of those guys were wounded and killed, but he makes it to the sand, pulls himself up. He survived. So as a medic, he sets up a little area where he's going to treat people that are wounded. So off he goes. 2 men are about to drown in the ocean. He pulls them out and saves them. He amputates one guy's foot. He's pulling bullets out of guys, patching them up. He's stopping the blood flow. I mean, the guy saved or treated over 200 people until, remember I said he was wounded, until he was so exhausted, I don't know, blood drain, whatever, he just collapsed after helping 200 people. Well, I mean, there were black newspapers all over America because he was African American. They wrote him up, said he was one of the great heroes of the war. And he was. He did get a, Purple Heart. Everybody that's wounded gets a Purple Heart. And he got a bronze medal. But this guy, what he did, it was so far greater than so many of the people that got the Congressional Medal of Honor. No one could figure out why he didn't get that. Well, eventually, while he was still alive, there was a senator that proposed that he receive the Congressional Medal of Honor. Do you know why he didn't get the Congressional Medal of Honor after the war? Racism. 1 million, 1 in 16 soldiers were African American soldiers. Not one of them was given a Congressional Medal of Honor. Racism. 1944. These guys were fighting for a country where they were not treated equally. They did not inherit the rights equally of all of us, and yet they used bravery and valor, and when it was all over, not one of them was honored in the way they could have been, should have been. Well, a senator proposed that he finally get it, and there was a little rule, a law, that you had to have documentation, written documentation before you could get it, and there was none. So time went on. Eventually he died at the age of 80 without ever getting the Congressional Medal of Honor. Isn't that sad? It's horrible. Now, I'm grateful that there's less racism. I wish I could be grateful that there was none, but I'm telling you this story because, you know, this guy, he fought for you, and he fought for me, and he fought for this country. So here's what I'm going to ask you to fight for. I want you to fight to look within yourself and fight off any denial, rationalization, minimization, and look at any mistreatment, any bias or bigotry that you might have. You know, racism is a belief that a person of a different color or nationality is biologically inferior. Isn't that horrible? That they're different or they're bad just because they're different. And I'm just going to encourage you to, in a year from now, to be able to be thankful that you just wrung every ounce of racism out of that brain of yours. Thank you, Waverly Wilson Jr., for fighting for us. And let's all be grateful that men like him fought and we won and we're still free. God bless you. Thank you for joining me for Going Deeper. I hope something I've said may have helped just a little bit. If you have a question you'd like me to answer or comment, just email me at stevesocial@newlife.com. I'll see you next time.